Hey, what's up guys? Bry2J back with an all-new Yay Toys Plus, and today's review is going to be on the Mezco Toyz 112 Collective Toy Fair exclusive Blade figure. I want to give a big shout out and a huge thank you to the guys at Mezco Toyz for making this review possible. I know that this figure is a couple of months old already, but between trying to get settled into my new place, things got jostled around, but here is my review of the 112 Toy Fair Blade. And here's the Toy Fair version of Blade, and I have to say, once again, a huge thank you to Mezco for inviting me to their press event this year. It was a lot of fun, and I've had so much fun posing this figure around. Again, apologies for the, pretty late review of him, but moving is just not fun, and I couldn't just, didn't have time to review them, and it's a bummer, but it's really, really awesome getting to review again. Anyway, so Mezco invited me to their press event this year, and it was a lot of fun. They have so many good things coming, and I did not expect this figure. When I got to Toy Fair, I got to see Gomez in the box, and I'm like, oh, okay, that's what we get. Cool. And it wasn't until I saw Boog and Ed and Danny doing the ACBA live on the Instagram of Blade, and I'm like, wait, we got that? And after they were done with the Instagram, they were like, yeah, dude, open your bag. So I opened up my bag of goodies, and it wasn't just Gomez, it was Blade. And I'm like, oh my god, that's awesome. We get two 112s. And yeah, so blown away. And honestly, I have the retail release too, and I'm not sure which one I like better. And I'll compare them too. But yeah, this figure is so great. I did not expect him at all, and I'm really liking the black and red look to this figure. It's just a really, really cool look. He's very aesthetically pleasing. And he's pretty poseable, too. I mean, there's a lot of really decent articulation, and you don't have to really worry about pushing the limits with him. Because the soft goods are where they should be without being super tight, And I'll get into all that. But yeah, here's Blade, and here's a closer look at the red and black. This is like a pleathery material, and it's to be like a makeshift vest. And that's pretty dope. I do like the way the belt looks. There's a lot of cool detailing on that belt. I'll try to zoom in a little bit for you. Yeah, really a lot of cool detail on that belt. I do like the way the pants came out. Just the red weapons to match the look. The sheaths look really, really awesome on this guy. Spin them around this way. Here you got the handgun, which that's just really cool that we get that too. I'll go into all the weapon details when I talk about the accessory part. But yeah, really, really cool. I do like the tattoos on the arm. You get the tattoo on the neck. Very, very Blade movie-esque. So this is definitely taken from the movie, but I guess the rights to Wesley were, a little too much, but either that or just simply, they wanted to do their own thing, and I respect that. But yeah, he's really awesome. I've been posing this guy around a lot since, especially once I moved into the new place. Because, the old place, since I was in the middle of packing, I was able to take them out of the box a few minutes at a time, pose, put them away, So now I'm in the new nerd cave, and, I can pose them as much as I want, and it's a lot of fun. So yeah, let me take the swords off, let me take the swords out of his hands here. I'm going to take the sheaths off as well, so I give you a better look at his back. This is magnetic, and it goes on fairly well. Like you see it, I'm not even, that time it just fell out of my hand, but it's a pretty strong magnet. You know, there's a really, really decently strong magnet in there, and that's pretty cool. So yeah, let me take that off. Yeah, like this figure is a lot of fun. Get him to stand upright. Alright. So yeah, this is Blade. And he is just fantastic. And he's standing at about 6.5 inches tall. So yeah, it's really, really cool. He's a decent height. Give you a closer look at his gloves. So yeah, I do like the metallic gray that's going around with the red trim. Really, really cool. Yeah, I'm really, really digging it. The stitch work too is so flush. I'm guessing it's underneath the vest because I don't even see it. So that's pretty cool. One thing that you could do with this Blade and also the retail release is you could take off his belt. Let me just find the clip. No, it's in here somewhere. There it is. It's on the left pouch. You'd actually take off the belt, and I can show you a better look at the stitch work. So yeah, I'm guessing that it goes behind the shirt, and then it goes, to the edge, and then it's stitched together. So yeah, really, really cool. And I think it's a new sculpt because he's not quite Punisher, but not Spider-Man. Like it's kind of in between, and that's pretty dope. Yeah. So now let me talk about his articulation. Actually, first I'm going to show you Blade's eyes. Right. So I'll get more into the sunglasses when I talk about the accessories. But yeah, that's Blade looking really, really cool. I do like the bloodshot eyes. That deadpan look of Blade. Yeah, really, really cool. And I'm really digging the crew cut, or the Wesley style haircut, I should say. It's really awesome of them. Because again, I don't know if they did their own thing or it was likeness. I don't know, but either way, we got Blade for the collection. So yeah, really, really dope. Now, as for articulation, the head and neck are in separate ball pegs, so you get them to look down really far. Looks upright pretty far too. You get some side-to-side pivot. Arms can stretch out all the way. So that's really awesome. You do have really good range of motion right there. So you could look. He could raise his arm pretty much all the way up. Don't 360 it, because then you don't want to risk ripping anything. Okay. He does have a bicep swivel, nice double jointed elbows. He does have a fully functional wrist peg, so you can do side to side, up and down, and then move the peg around, do side to side. He does have really nice range of motion in the diaphragm. You get him to twist around, up and down. You can do really good waist swivel there. Legs can go out about that far. Kicks out about that far, back about that far. Upper thigh swivel. Nice range in the double jointed knees. He does have top of the boot rotation. Really great ankle pivot. Like, they're really getting better in their ankle pivot. And then it has an up and down movement. So that is all of his articulation. And it's really, really awesome. So now I'm going to talk about his accessories. So Mezco was quite generous when it came time for accessories. I mean, they included not just one, but 2 swords with 2 sheaths. And that's pretty awesome. As for the detailing on the sheath, I think the black and red look really, really cool. And I do like the pattern work that they gave. Really, really awesome. Now, as for the sword, do you like the black and red? I think that looks really, really cool. If my camera would focus, there we go. So, yeah, I'm really, really digging the black and red look on the hilt, as well as the black sword with the red trim. I do like the holes that are sculpted in there. That's really, really cool. And it's once again that style where It's not super fragile. Just, you know, be careful. You don't want to be rough with these. And it's actually pretty pointy. So, yeah. And as for these, they just fit pretty nicely into the sheath. And you don't have to really risk them falling out. What I like to do, let me put this one back in as well. What I like to do too is the way I put them on, and you get this really, really cool piece here. This is how it attaches to his back. Again, nice sculpt in that as well. It's not just a blank piece. I don't like to put these in like this or like this because I feel like it's going to fall out. I feel like the proper way is to put them this way. So, like, have the point of the sword face in, have these, you know, little grip design things on the edge there face it out. And I think that's cool, and I feel like it holds better. And now, to put that on, nice and strong magnet, so it holds really nice. So, they really gave him a lot of weapons. He has... Let me take these off. He has not one, but two of these, I want to say glaives or a boomerang. They were silver in the movie. It's what he used in the disco scene. And these are really cool. Nice metallic red paint. Pointy, very pointy. So just be careful, be very gentle. They fold up really nicely, and then they go into the holsters on his hips. Now, another cool weapon, he comes with stakes. Let me pull this one out. Also, metallic red. Looks really cool. And you not only get 3, you get 6. Alright? So you get 6 stakes, and that's pretty cool, because you could have them like, you know, him holding 2, 3 on his hip, and then 1 in like a vampire or something, you know. Pretty cool. Very nice and generous. Now, one thing you don't get with the retail release, but you get with the Toy Fair version, is the pistol. And it's kind of weird they didn't include it with the retail release, but I guess they wanted it to be different. This has the blowback method, which is something we haven't seen in a while. Not since, like, Spec Ops Punisher, I think. And then, of course, the magazine comes out. Mine's a little tight. Yeah, so here's the mag, or the clip. And I do like the silver bullet in there, which is something that I noticed a lot of reviewers didn't catch, is that it's not just a regular bullet, it's silver because of its blade. He hunts, you know. So that's really awesome of them to do that. This, of course, clips right in and then goes into the side. This way, handle that way. Yeah. So yeah, again, kind of weird they didn't include it with the retail release, which is kind of a bummer, but it's cool, like, you know, to get it with the Toy Fair one. Yeah, also, you get, for weapons, you get this really cool pump-action shotgun. So, this also comes with the regular release. And it's cool because it's the pump-action. This piece here is really cool. It's for, like, that extra support where you can wrap it around the shoulder. You can take it off. This is a real working clip. So if you wanted to remove it, you can. But I like to keep it on for the realism. Let me find the little hook. Yeah, so like... Now I'm going to do that off camera because for some reason it's not letting me do it right now. You also get this submachine gun right here. It's like a modded MP5. It looks pretty cool. You cannot slide this back, which is a bit of a bummer, but it's a nice little sculpt. And the mag does come out again with the silver bullet. So yeah, pretty cool. You do get a spare mag for each gun, not the shotgun, of course, but you do get one for the handgun and the submachine gun there. Now, for sunglasses, you not only get the black lensed ones right here, which you actually get 4 of, so very generous. These look really cool. I'm going to put this on him right now. So you see it looks pretty cool. You get 2 additional heads that you don't get with the retail release, which would be these right here. And the reason why I'm showing these now is because the red shades, which personally are my favorite, and I think I like the bald head best. So you know what? I'm going to switch this on like so. Pop off the default head, put on this one. And this is more of like a modern day Blade, sort of like their take on the Marvel Legends version. So that's really awesome. You do get the fanged head as your other default with hair. Well, not default, but you know what I mean, as your alternate head. And the fang work looks good too. Before I take this away, I like this a lot. I'm not sure when I'm ever going to really use them, but I really like it. And then this guy right here, nice sculpt. Don't know what's up with the smirk, but it's pretty cool though that they include 3 additional heads for the Toy Fair version. If you do have the Toy Fair version and the 90s, well, more or less the 90s movie version, but you know, we just call it the retail release. If you have both, the heads will swap back and forth. With the detailing on this head though, I really like the tattoo. Yeah, it looks really, really cool. Next up, you have these things here. You have this bullet effect that we've seen in the past. And again, silver bullet, which I think looks pretty cool. I feel like they changed it up though, because like this feels sturdier than the previous like Punisher ones or whatever, where like my classic Punisher one broke. He fell over, I don't know, it was like 2 years ago already. Fell over and it snapped in the gun. I was really bummed, but I like the fact that we now have a sturdier version of it. And then here's something new, and you also get it with the 90s version. This new, looks like the shotgun blast effect. And that is pretty cool. Yeah, I'm liking this a lot. So that's it on weapons and sunglasses and stuff. But you do get a lot of hands. You get 12 sets of hands total. So you got the hands I have on them now, which are just the standard sword / stake holding hands. You get a pair of default fists, which they're all going to have that gunmetal look on the glove, the red trim. So the sculpt work came out really nice in these. You do have, let's see, a couple of sets of trigger fingers here. So you got the handgun, machine gun holding hand. You get a right and a left. Looks pretty cool. And then you do get one for holding the shotgun. It's going to be a little bit wider. You do get a stake holding hand, which is basically, it almost looks like a thumbs up, but the stake holding hand was basically so you could push the stake down into the vampire. Okay? You get this karate chop. know why my camera's not focusing right now. I'm sorry. So, you get a karate chop. Go. You do get a couple of kung fu hands. So, you get like this, like, bring it style, and then you get this grabbing, like, throwing hand. And then lastly, you get a hand designed specifically for the shotgun. So, like, you can have them do the whole, like, the pump action, you know? So, yeah, you get a lot of accessories with this guy. And then, of course, you get the standard base and the articulated arm. Right, so, again, Phillips head screw on 4 different points, and it's articulated at the bottom here. Mine's a little tight there. In the middle, right this side, and this, and it, of course, can spin around. So yeah, mine's a little tight. And of course, you get their standard 112 Ziploc bag. So yeah, that's pretty much it on this review, guys. I'm sorry this was delayed. Again, moving is stressful. But here is my review of the Mezco Toy Fair version of Blade. If you were able to get this figure, he's worth it. I know that Toy Fair, you know, they're limited to those that are only for the media event. Of course, I don't recommend going on third-party sites. It's not worth it. But yeah. Toy Fair was a lot of fun. I had a great time there. Yeah, once again, thank you, Mezco, for inviting me to your press event. I had a blast. It was great catching up with everybody there, too. Mezco got a lot of releases coming, so stay tuned. Lots of good reveals. So yeah, that's it for this video, guys. Thank you so much for watching. If you liked it, please hit the like button. If you haven't subscribed already, please hit subscribe. Well, you can, of course, find this video on InnerCityGeeks.com, as well as a ton of other cool stuff, including our podcast, which is now on Spotify. You can find me on Twitter and Instagram at BRI_2J, Bry2J. Follow the channel on Instagram, Yay Toys Plus. And I will see you guys in the next one. Peace.